Good morning. It's a lovely morning out there this morning. It's 5:30. Just going to do a little bit of a tunnel update. So as you can see, the crops are coming on very, very well. We have our kale and our purple sprout broccoli down here. We have a freshly sown bed of carrots which was sown about 2 weeks ago. And they're coming up very nicely. We have tomatoes already developing on these here. Where is it? Let's see. Little tomatoes already developing, and that's the 28th of May. We have our iceberg lettuce, our what do you call it? The Lola Rosa lettuce. So we've already had a harvest off that, just under 3 weeks. Planted about the 1st or 2nd of May. Off 11 plants in here, we ended up getting 354 grams of lettuce leaves, which is very impressive off 11 plants. So that's all been eaten, and it was very, very delicious. This tunnel has been active for 68 days now. We got this finished on the 23rd, I think, around about the 20th something of March. So in a short space of time, we've got irrigation systems, crops in. We've got a little baby. That's a little nursery up there for seeds. So what we do, sow the seeds in that little nursery bed. When they get to the pricking out stage, we then transplant them out, pot them on, and then they are there for later on when we then plant outside. So that's just like a little grow the seed, and they germinate, get to the little transplants, pot them on, and put them outside. So we have our carrot bed here as well. So I'm itching to start taking them out, but problem is I want to get some real good sized carrots, to be honest, and see how that all produces. So but overall, everything is coming on very well. We have our peppers down here. They're a little bit slow. I'm not too sure why. It could be because they're on the path edge down there. So whether it's just because this whole centre bed is too busy with the lettuce and that growing, sort of made it slow. But we've also got the doors remain open the whole time. We've got insect or micro mesh across the whole tunnel entrance, up just like here. But this end I've left a little bit loose so I can get in and out of the tunnel. I can see we've got slug issues in here on these, or eating these, but by the looks of it, we do have a toad in here. So hopefully he'll be under control and he'll sort them out, but a little bit more of an inspection is needed. So we'll head outside. It's a work in progress. But so out here we have our potato crops. So we have what's this one? Caledonian Rose. We have Acoustic, King Edward, Valor, Marquise, Kestrel, Epicure, and Charlotte. So these are our potatoes, and they're not doing too bad at all. I think the trees are drawing the height up, because you can see there the plant differs. So I think the trees may be drawing them up. I'm kind of thinking we have a bit of eelworm, but we'll see how we go. I mean, it is what it is. If there is, it is. They're in the earlies. So, and out here we have our onion patch. So we've got red barren onion sets. We have stir on. We have 4 rows of onion seed, which I started thinning them out last night. And then we have our brassica bed here. So they've got, what's that? Stony head cabbage, the pointed head cabbage, and broccoli in there. So I just got weeded these last night, so they'll probably just go over again at the weekend. Through here, let's see, we've got some Facelia, just left some of the cover crop that was in here sort of over a couple of years ago. I've just left this little bit here for the bees, along with a few weed seed heads, which I shall have to remove. We have here, this is our courgette patch. So we're a little bit slow, but there you can definitely see now they're starting to move on. That one up there was hit by frost, but you can see the heart. See, the heart is all now regrowing. So we'll have to start watering them. So in here, this is the greenhouse. This is where all the plugs. So in here, these have all been raised in the polytunnel. So the kale, the tomato, the kale, and the sprouts have been sown in the nursery bed. When they've got big enough, we've then potted them on like this, and we've then just put them in here. These are our watering trays, so basically put them in here to soak up through the bottom for a few hours, then we'll take them out and place them in there to dry off. This is our lettuce transplant tray. So these were also grown in the polytunnel nursery, and then we've just planted them out into here, transplanted them out into here. They are looking a little bit off colour because they was a bit in the sun yesterday, sort of direct heat, because I was in here. So my fault. I didn't realise that. But this is red boar kale F1. I'm not too sure. I can't remember the sprout name on here, but other than that, they're not doing too bad. They look like they're now starting to fall over, getting a little bit leggy, some of them, but probably because it's cold as well. So what have we got here? Just noticed on here. Look at that. Look at that. There's either an aphid on there. I have to remove him, because he'll be a big problem. What's this one here? Yeah, look at that. Pests. Those. So, we've got, there's 20, well there's actually 26, because I've got a sprout plant there. So we've got 26 sprouts, and we've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 kale plants. So and then we've got a tray of 40 lettuce plugs here. So yes, it's keeping us fairly active. So got our Never Sinks Tall wire weeder. Better put that down before we start smashing glass. This has actually been really good in the polytunnel, sort of at the early stages of when the seeds were growing. Been really sort of good. Minimal disturbance on the soil. I bought this set, I know it's expensive, for £234 with all the little changeable wire weeding heads, the attachment, the handle. Probably not needed, but there isn't anywhere in the UK where you can buy a wire weeder. So other than that, that's yeah. So got our 5-tine cultivator. I absolutely love these. We had one of these when we was little, and this does a really solid job. So great little tool that, for just sort of finely moving the surface about. Here we have 6 rows of Chardonnay red cord 2 carrots, and I've sort of hand weeded half of this bed last night, and let me tell you, that is no fun trying to pick those little weeds out. But I'm not against the use of chemicals, by all means. I'm not against the use of it, but I'm choosing just not to use it, because it's just me, and I had a couple of experiences before where I didn't mix it up correctly, scorched some crop, so I'd just rather just weed it. And but the problem, this got rotavated finally, because it's sort of gone down as well, sort of quite solid. I've had to give it a good watering last night, but we've got some wet weather coming for next week, so I think it's going to be ample time to get a bed ready for parsnips, which we'll put in here. We'll put a parsnip bed, as long as we've got some room there for our sprouts to put in. Some sweet corn, so I've got to get that sowed in the nursery bed, along with some chard and beets I'm going to put in here. I'm not too sure what's going on with the tomatoes. I see Gary is now going to return home, just down there. Where is he? There is Gary the snail. We call all our snails and shells Gary. And here, oh, the tomatoes look like they're changing, I think, but they're very slow. I'm not sure what variety is which, due to the fact is, some plonker, the one holding the phone, when he started transplanting, he didn't just take one line and transplant first with label. He started taking one from each thing, and then realised that he'd made a bit of a boo-boo. So basically that is it really on this little plot update, and we will catch you later.